So since we're having a hard time with that initial mark, what we're essentially doing is just using a punch to flatten out the areas around it. All of this is going to show up on the die, but what we can hopefully do is just punch deeper, and it should hide the fact that we made a boo-boo on this one. Alright, so we punch deeper, and we hopefully punch more accurately next time around. Now whatever this one is what it's going to be. I only get one extra chance, and that's really even pushing it too. Okay, I can't complain. You get a little bit of noise. We might even hit a little bit of polish on this because it looks like some of those might actually come out. So polish this guy real fast. So you can see those marks came out. Like I said, I can't complain. I'm really not going to push my luck on this. I've already been extremely lucky to fix that. So let's get trucking. So we've got everything that we wanted on here. www.sca.org as well as onstiora.org. Our SCA.org's not quite lined up. We'll see how it looks in a test strike. So now we just need to finish. I'm going to put my name on here. And we'll see how much we can fit. So I'm going to do that with some putty. Alright, so we are going to be able to fit it. It should work. It might have a little bit of extra space. And then we can look at some extra maybe decorations and whatnot. But let's get my name on there. And this is so that people can, if they want to, they can identify that I made this. This is a period practice. You see coins marked, you know, Mon, and then the moneyer's name. You know, it was a thing, especially in England up until 1279, when Edward I reorganized the mint structure. So it was absolutely common. Roman coins are signed by moneyers during the Republic. And I believe that they were signed even later into the Empire, but absolutely a common thing to see. So, following practice, and I have found some of these in the wild, not of my own work, but of another moneyer's work, and I was able to identify it because they had signed it, and it was a similar token like this. So it was pretty cool. Alright, so we're done. Get just a little bit of extra space in there. I think we're going to fill that in with some pellets. Let me check time. Oh, we're looking good. We're going to just fill in a double stop. We'll surround my name with it. There we go. Okay, now we just finish off our bead borders, and we should be all set to do a test strike in this video with our final coin. We use the obverse from the first half of this playlist, and then we're going to use this probably as the reverse. The general rule of which is the obverse, which is the reverse, which one do you want to cut again less? So do you want to engrave again? So like, would I want to engrave that shield and do that halberd again, or would I just rather do punch work like this? This is much faster to make, so I would rather do this one again. So this will be our reverse. And again, that is a period practice. That is something we see. Coins that are dies that are easier to remake are dies that are generally the reverse, because they don't last as long. They get hit with the hammer. So they are physically beaten and degrade over time. And this actually stands up to records that we have in period, where there are deliveries to mints of dies from London to mints within England at the rate of 1 obverse die to 2 reverse dies. And actually it's actually a big discovery. When they found these forms, they spell out that, you know, we are sending so and so mint X number dies, that is this number obverse and this number reverse. So it's actually a big thing, which tells us that a lot of references to dies in period could possibly be references to these sets, at least from a minting perspective. So, interesting little tidbit. But we're gonna do our punches for our order. We are gonna finish this one out. so I had slipped a little bit into the field here with the border. I'm just going to repunch our little triangle at the end of the S. So I would rather have that than a bead border punch. Okay. So now that might cause us a little bit of sticking. Let's see how that stands up. Looks like we'll be okay. Looks like we completely obliterated the bad punch. So we're all done. That we didn't do these last couple punches here at the 12 o'clock just because that cross is there. Since we had to punch over, it's a little big, so we're not going to punch over that. So it is right on the line. All right. So we're going to do a camera reset, and we should do some striking. All right, we're back. So this is my striking setup. This is a 40-pound bolster, just as mild steel, set on a stump. So that hole there is just designed to accept a die. This is not period. This is just allows me to strike these dies made out of this cheap material, the cheap 1-inch material, 1018 steel. So it saves me a lot of trouble from having to go and get special dies made or anything like that. All right, let me rotate one or two things. So if you saw that blue thing, there's just a little can that I attach so that I can strike and just drop the coin in, strike, drop the coin in. Helps me speed things up. All right, so we are ready to strike. We're just going to strike on our aluminum plates. Just a few of these guys here. I'll show you a period strike and kind of how they would have done things. My setup's not particularly period. It is a 40-pound chunk of steel, and I had it machined with a 1-inch hole in it and a 1/2-inch hole all the way through, so that the die can sit in there. And if it gets stuck, I can knock it back out with something 1/2 inch. So let me go ahead and do a strike here, and we can take a look, see how things go. Now, I'm going to be careful and hold it up here. I don't want to hold it with my hand on this surface. Because if I miss, I'm going to smash my hand between the hammer and the surface. Sorry about the dogs out there. And I'll probably love this, so I'm just going to do a strike. And we've got a nice strike. So I'll take a nice close-up picture of this for you. This just goes to show that it is possible to strike Euro coins. It is fun. I won't say it's super easy, but it's definitely achievable. I started with nothing. I never knew how to engrave. I didn't know how to do anything. But I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to strike up probably a few thousand of these, and hopefully people can start seeing them. Thanks for joining me. You guys have a good pursuit in your art.